It happened in the quiet hours when the world is still and the heartbeats seem louder. Mark Consuelos collapsed overnight. No warning, no time to prepare. Kelly Riapa found him barely responsive, his body cold, his breath shallow. One moment, they were laughing over tea. The next, she was screaming his name, dialing for help, praying it wasn't too late. Within minutes, paramedics rushed in. Machines beeped. Oxygen flowed. But no one could answer the only question that mattered. Would Mark survive the night? The man known for strength was now fighting for every breath. For weeks, Kelly had noticed something off. Mark had been more tired than usual. He brushed it off as stress, just work catching up to him. But it was more than that. He skipped meals, slept longer. Once during a shoot, he forgot a name he'd said for years. Kelly urged him to see a doctor. "You need rest," she said. But Mark smiled, kissed her forehead, and promised he'd be fine. Behind the scenes, the family worried. Lola had asked her dad why he was always out of breath. Michael offered to drive him more often, but Mark was stubborn. He believed in pushing through. Then came that day. He didn't come downstairs for breakfast. Kelly thought maybe he was just sleeping in. But hours passed. She went upstairs. The room was quiet. Mark wasn't snoring. He wasn't moving. His chest rose barely. His skin felt cool. She froze. For a split second, everything stopped. Then she called 911. The paramedics arrived in under 5 minutes. But for Kelly, it felt like a lifetime. She stood outside, holding the door, heart pounding, eyes wet. Mark lay still, pale and silent. A neck brace was gently placed. Monitors hooked to his chest. The oxygen mask covered half his face. Kelly whispered, "Please stay with me." As they lifted him into the ambulance, neighbors peeked from windows. A few recognized the siren wasn't just another emergency. It was their emergency. In the ambulance, Mark stirred once, murmured something unclear. That was the last sound he made. At the ER, the team moved quickly. Code status was called. Machines took over, blood work, scans, endless tubes. Kelly stood in the corner, arms crossed, trying not to cry. A nurse handed her a clipboard, but her hands trembled too much to write. Hours passed. The waiting room was cold. Her phone buzzed with missed calls and messages from friends who'd already heard. "Is he okay? What happened? I'm here if you need anything." But she couldn't answer any of them because she didn't know. The doctor finally came out. His face was calm but serious. "We're admitting him to the ICU. He's stable, but it's critical." The doors to the ICU slid open with a quiet hum. Kelly stepped inside, and her world changed. Mark was there, but different. Tubes ran across his arms and chest. Monitors beeped in steady rhythm. The smell of antiseptic hung in the air. She pulled up a chair, reached for his hand, and sat in silence. The doctor explained what they knew. Mark had collapsed due to a sudden cardiac event, likely triggered by an underlying condition that had gone unnoticed. It was serious. His heart was weak. His body was in shock. They were fighting to stabilize him. Kelly nodded, but her mind raced. Just yesterday, they were laughing at a silly commercial. Just last night, he kissed her goodnight. The nurses moved carefully, adjusting IVs, checking charts. Every beep, every pause, every sigh felt like a message from the universe. Outside the hospital, the news had broken. Cameras started gathering. Fans lit candles. But inside, it was just a woman, her husband, and a question no one could answer. Would he wake up? Was this the end of everything they'd built? A nurse touched Kelly's shoulder. "He's holding on," she whispered. Kelly nodded, eyes fixed on the rise and fall of his chest. Mark is still in critical condition. Doctors say the next 24 hours are crucial. He's being monitored closely. Kelly and the kids haven't left his side. There's no final word yet. Just hope. Hope that tomorrow brings better numbers. Hope that Mark will open his eyes. Right now, they're asking for one thing only: prayers. Because sometimes the only thing stronger than medicine is love. If this story touched you, like the video, subscribe for updates, and share your thoughts below. We're here with you.